Yo! Week 5 of the NFL is here. Surprise. We're already a quarter of the way through the season. Now, I'm not feeling the best, so I won't be talking as much, but I'm hoping the game is just as thrilling. Madden finally got a bounce back. Got last week right. Got Philly over Jacksonville. This week, we're staying in that northeast area. We're going out to Baltimore as the Ravens are looking for their first home win in 6 tries as they take on their rivals, Cincinnati. So let's head out there and enjoy the game.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got a showdown in the AFC North. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. Next on Madden NFL 23.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Tonight we've got an AFC matchup on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Cincinnati's offense takes the field, and leading the way for the reigning AFC champs is last season's comeback player of the year, a man who needs no introduction, Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow could have won comeback player of the year last season simply for his statistics. 4,600 yards, 34 touchdowns through the air. But he brought the entire Bengal organization on a comeback after 5 straight losing seasons. First with a division title, then an unexpected AFC title, and led the team to their 3rd Super Bowl ever. And he had them less than 2 minutes away from winning it for the first time. Keep an eye on Joey B. He expects to bring a Super Bowl title to Cincinnati in the near future.
Throwing on the first play from scrimmage, here's Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and he's got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 4 yards remain for second down. Now it's Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
And Burrow going to throw again. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Adafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills.
While he's adjusting to the NFL game, Adafe Owe had 5 sacks as a rookie, and he's only scraped the surface of what he can do.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And I think this is a round we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
On third down, Burrow. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's a good job there, creating the contact, the forcing completion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So on fourth down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Time to see this wide-open Baltimore offense go to work, and leading them pretty darn good with Lamar Jackson out of Louisville.
Another excellent season from Lamar Jackson that was cut short by ankle injury and actually showed just how much he is valued as the leader of the Baltimore Ravens as they went 0-4 down the stretch and missed the playoffs without him. Prior to that, they were 8-5 in a tough AFC North, and he was on his way to his third 1,000-yard season as a runner and career-high marks as a passer.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 30. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Jackson. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 14 yards that time and a 1st down on the keeper. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. Jackson running again. And he is going to lose yardage here. Score that tackle for loss to the Wyoming alumnus, Logan Wilson. Boy, the pursuit there, terrific from the linebacking core.
Oh, it certainly was, because so many times on an option play, you'll see a linebacker make a beeline for the quarterback and then zip. One cut, and he's grasping in air. But this time, he locked in on him the whole way, took an excellent angle, and his grasp came up with the quarterback.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. To throw is Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. He'll get it inside the 20. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 43 yards. And the Ravens have answered that early field goal to take a 1st quarter lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They will throw on first down with Burrow. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Malik Harrison from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On second down, here's Mixon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on third. Now it's Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turned it into a successful play.
So now the Cincinnati native, also former Bearcat, and now a Bengal, Kevin Huber, to punt it away.
Well, the Bengals are off to a decent start. Baltimore looks like everything's rolling.
35 yards that
up
time
7-0 or 7-3.
Set up well to begin their drive.
But Baltimore's supposed to have a crummy defense, so we'll see. But yeah, Cincinnati's supposed to have a bad offensive line, but
last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full
I don't think they've given up too many sacks since the first 2 weeks.
So now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
We'll see if Baltimore can keep on rolling. They've been a pretty good first half team for sure. It's that second half. So.
And you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Oh.
But the way the game's being played now,
we'll see, right?
What they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
16 yards on that one and a Raven first. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, this could be a sign of what this defense is in for, because you know all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense. You've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Jackson from the shotgun. That's into the hands of Crochet. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That's a good effort there after the catch. He looked the ball in and then tried to get it to the goal line. What a nice tackle to get him down. But they're set up well now. 1st and goal at the 1.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up second down and a bit farther.
Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. Jackson's going to keep it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. He's at the 50, the 30.
And just like
10,
that, Cincinnati regains the lead.
Into the end zone, a fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team, because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Evan McPherson for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded just outside the goal line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
That one complete to Crochet. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. 1st down. I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Again, Jackson will keep it. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Sam Hubbard that time coming through defensively with reckless abandon. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They go play action now. Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now it's Jackson. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Chidobe with a pick. And the Bengals are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Now Burrow. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Jamar Chase, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 4 yards the gain. And
well, that looks like the last play of the first quarter as the Bengals take a 3-point lead heading into the second. Baltimore's been a little sloppy. We'll see if their defense can turn around and offense can hang on to the ball.
10-7 our score after right here on EA Sports.
They would run the ball, pass the ball, do everything, but the thing is, they've been sloppy with the ball, so let's see how they do in the second quarter.
They've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Malik Harrison able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Tried to get it that time to James Prochet, but it'll be 2nd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Play action. It's Jackson. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Jackson going to hold on to it again. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
It looked like almost some miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? When you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Ooh, I like it.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 36.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
11 more on that one and another first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now and climb real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
Holding offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Jackson, draw play to Dobbins.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. Another run here with Dobbins.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 13-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Up the middle to Davis.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
DJ Reader there on the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing is Jackson.
Why would you run?
And he can't find anywhere.
So now you got to settle for a field goal attempt to try to get it.
Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
All Trey Hendrickson did in his first season in Cincinnati was set the team's new single-season record with 14 sacks. In his last 2 seasons, 1 in New Orleans, he's become one of the best in the league.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here.
And we got a tie ball.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A handoff running left, Mixon, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On 2nd down, Burrow. He finds his man, complete. It's Morgan. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. It's a gain of 35.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
From the gun to give to Mixon. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
2nd and 10. We're all knotted up at 10, but it appears that may change soon. Only question is, will they have to settle for 3? Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Man open. That's Jamar Chase, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 18. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Mixing up the middle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It was Chuck Clark coming up to make the tackle.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And now they will throw it.
And just like that, Cincinnati's able to retake the lead.
Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that makes it a 17-10 score. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown from Tyler Boyd.
With about 4 minutes left in the half, let's see if Baltimore can answer back.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 34.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover, put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson going to keep it running right. Oh, nice move. And now off to the races down the right
there
side.
you have it.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
But that's, well, besides against the Dolphins,
and the Ravens are an extra point away now from tying this
Lamar
ball
Jackson
game.
really hasn't run the ball well, I don't think.
Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, and getting him in for 6 points. (17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
Jeez.
And he'll return this one all the way out of the other side of the field.
Looks like Cincinnati might just regain the lead before that time.
How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Joe Burrow and the AFC champs ready to go back to work. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Now it's Burrow. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Morgan. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
2-minute warning. All tied up. Cincinnati at Baltimore 26. Let's see if they can punch one in before halftime. And then, I think Baltimore gets the ball first.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this: I've got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this first down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and they'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And they go play action now. Burrow toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Here's a run with Mixon, and he is going to lose yardage here. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Another try for Mixon, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals.
So Baltimore has
taking it in from
59 seconds. I think they have all 3 timeouts. I think Cincinnati's the one that took their timeout.
Of the first half. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped
but we'll
short.
see just to double
And
check.
how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. For this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block.
Baltimore has all 3 timeouts. They've been able to move the ball in this game.
Right,
let's see if they can score just before half again.
McPherson now for the
Less
extra
than a minute to
point.
go.
And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Jackson. And this one is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Back deep, Trent Taylor. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now Burrow on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's Morgan. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Airing one out for Boyd. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now it's Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
I mean, I would just ran the half out. Why waste your time out? You're not going to have enough time to, if you get down the middle of the field and spike it.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Here's Burrow.
It's not going to get out of bounds. They're not going to be able to hurry up and spike it because that's how Madden works.
Down at the Ravens 43. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So we reach halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats from that first half for Cincinnati. And their passing game has been the reason why they lead thus far. They've had great success moving the ball through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
Yep, Ravens get the ball first.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter three? Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Second half starts with a run by Dobbins. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Across the line and to the ball quickly there, Trey Hendrickson.
That was well played there defensively. Two tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Jackson to throw. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, Jackson. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Jackson on 1st down. That's taken in by Duvernay. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Jackson, he's going to keep
and
himself.
He is up. Oh, I was going to say he's off to the races.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Jackson going to run again. And that play is
doesn't run that many option
plays.
plays.
35.
I don't think they do. It doesn't feel like they did last time I watched them.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against them throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. To throw is Jackson. That would complete to Prochet. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of
We'll
room
be
to
looking
run
at this
after the
week's
catch.
matchups in a little bit, and I'll give you my picks, and then I'll just enjoy the rest of the game.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And of course he fumbles it. Of course he fumbles it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing.
I just don't believe that. I just don't believe Lamar Jackson will have fumbled it.
What we want to do and doing it well. Just got to take care of the ball at the end.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 11. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Slant pass to Boyd. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Inside handoff to Mixon. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd and 1, Burrow. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Morgan. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
Okay, Cincinnati's just controlling that ball, moving it little by little, taking time off that clock as long as they have the lead. Ooh, might run out of time here. Oh.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
What was he going to do, run? Yeah, right. Anyways. 16 games this week. No one has a bye yet. I don't think we see a bye until next week. Week 6, actually. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yep, 2 teams have a bye next week. But that's next week.
Pass protection has been a problem.
Week 5. Unfortunately, I went 7 and 9. And I'm now 1 game below 500. I'm 31 and 32.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable.
That's just.
Unfortunately, with that
Let's bounce back.
right back where they
Thursday night we have
last
Indianapolis
snap,
at
they need a big 3rd down play
Denver. Oh, it's at Denver. Oh, yeah.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go.
For some reason, I thought it was the other way around. But we move on, and we're off in merry old England again. Early kickoff Sunday morning. New York Giants versus Green Bay. The first time the Green Bay Packers will ever travel and play in London. Eventually giving up a home game, technically, at Lambeau, which, you know, they will never ever do, but since there's an extra quote-unquote home game. Anyways. Then we got the noon games. Pittsburgh at Buffalo, LA Chargers at Cleveland, Chicago at Minnesota, Detroit at New England, Seattle at New Orleans, Miami at New York Jets, Atlanta at Tampa Bay, Tennessee at Washington, Houston at Jacksonville. Late games, San Francisco at Carolina, Dallas at LA Rams, Philadelphia at Arizona. Sunday night, as you're watching right now, a preview. Cincy at Baltimore, and Monday Night Football, Las Vegas at Kansas City.
The drive will start with an option going left. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker.
First and foremost, throw it to Mark Andrews. Come on. Don't just run the ball. Throw it to your tight end, your top playmaker. Or top playmaker is Lamar Jackson. Oh, here we go. Keeper again. He's going to keep it. Is he going to fumble it? Oh, there's a block. Surprised he hung on to it. 14 rushes for 146 yards and a touchdown. My butt.
A big time gain there. Using his legs to hurt him. First down.
Anyways, I'm taking Broncos on Thursday night. Taking Green Bay in London against the Giants. Pittsburgh at Buffalo. Give me Buffalo. Pittsburgh's got to figure out their quarterback issues, and you think Kenny Pickett's going to learn how to improve on the road in Buffalo? I don't think so. LA Chargers at Cleveland. It's a tough one. Depends on if Chargers are healthy.
Here's the option going right. Only a yard on the
But
keeper.
they are in Cleveland.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner,
The Browns
most
lost
of the time when you
last
design a
week.
play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits,
They
I'm
lost,
not sure that's
they
the
lost
payoff
to
they were looking for.
Atlanta? Yeah,
On second and 9.
Atlanta.
Jackson.
I don't know.
Outside by Robinson. And he's got another first down as the
You know what,
tackle's going to be made at the
Cleveland.
Bengals'
Give me outside.
44-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there.
Chicago and Minnesota.
James.
Give me Minnesota.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy.
Detroit, New England. This is a toughie. Detroit has the #1 scoring offense, but yet Detroit has the 32nd scoring defense. They have given up one more point than they have scored,
At the 44-yard line.
and they are 1-3, I think. Yeah.
Here's the option. Running right. And they go
And they're taking
backwards
on
here.
New England,
Losing
who
yardage back
hung in there against Green Bay
48-yard
last week,
line.
even with a third-string
It's
quarterback.
a loss of 4 there, bringing up
And New
second
England's home.
down.
Well, he had success
But
earlier in the drive.
I'm
keeping it
going
himself.
with
Not here,
Detroit.
though.
And sometimes when you have that kind of success, you can fall in love with the option a little bit too much.
They always
Not
say
give the
misery
defense
loves
credit
company.
for making
I do
adjustments
feel
themselves.
miserable.
And that play starts to lose its effectiveness.
Seattle
Step
at
in the
New
wrong
Orleans.
direction. Now
Seattle,
look to make
you know,
amends on 2nd and 14. They'll go with the option. Coming right.
I'm going
And
with
that
Seattle
is not
here,
gonna get it
actually.
done
I'm going to go
either.
and take
Once again,
Seattle
he's stopped behind the line
over
by
the
this
Saints.
Bengals D.
Miami at the
Bengals
Jets.
last play, so things get
Tua
even
is not
tougher.
playing.
3rd and long coming up.
Well, that play never really got off the
Is
launching
Teddy
pad.
Two
He had a
Gloves going to be
linebacker
able
in his
to
face
will the
before he had a
Dolphins?
chance to
I
do
don't
much
know.
of anything.
Jets found a way to win. They find ways to win, and they got Zach Wilson back. You know what? Give me the Jets.
If they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Atlanta at Tampa Bay. Even with all the
So now
all
facing
the
a
issues
3rd
that are going on with Tom
and
Brady and so
16
forth, they'll
following
still find a
back-to-back
way to
running plays
win.
that went in the wrong
They'll bounce
direction.
back against that loss
From
against Kansas
midfield
City.
now, here's Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So give me Tampa
How about
Bay.
this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in
Tennessee
this
at
sequence,
Washington.
and none better than the one right
Give me
there,
the Titans.
forcing the
I think they've
incompletion and bringing up
right the
fourth
ship.
down.
They found their way. And Houston at Jets. Houston is just
Here's
god
the
awful.
field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And folks, this is a 67-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is
Oh,
good.
jeez.
That'll bring him back within 4. Unbelievable. Justin Tucker has done it again. He ties his own NFL record with another 66-yard field goal.
Another incredible kick by Justin Tucker. And let's face it, he doesn't surprise us anymore, does he? I still remember seeing the replays of the first one in 2021 at Detroit, bouncing off the crossbar and going through. This guy is flat out amazing.
But is it really worth it for them right now to kick a field goal? They're still down by 4 points. Sure, Cincinnati hasn't done anything. But anyways, give me Jacksonville over Houston. Moving on to the late games. San Francisco at Carolina. San Francisco, they found the way. They got their quarterback. But yet, they are 2-0 at home, but 0-2 on the road.
Obviously not the intended goal.
So you know what?
Drive,
You know what?
punt the football,
Let's flip
but
that.
still,
Give me
they've
Carolina
got
with the
lead here,
upset.
and now a chance to add
Let's see if
on to
Baker
their
Mayfield
lead.
finds a way
If they
just
can
to
get
sneak
points
it
on
out.
this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
Dallas at LA, the Rams. I don't know. If Cooper Rush is playing, he's going to get the dub. The Rams have not looked like they did last year.
He'll hand it off here.
They're what, 2-2, I think.
And he's upended
They
at
lost
the
week
33,
1, they won
following
week
a good
2,
pickup of
they
8.
won
He's had
week
a ton
3
of
and
success
lost
here
week
so
4.
far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the
Yeah.
verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little
But
bit of a hole, but it
Dallas
closed
is more of a
quickly at
complete
the end.
team. So give me Dallas. Eagles, Arizona. Eagles fly, Eagles fly. Even though this is going to be a big road test for the Eagles, I
8
think they
yards
still
the
run
gain
wild
on that
over
last run. Here's
Arizona.
2nd and a couple.
Cincinnati at Baltimore this one. It
Again,
all
it's
depends.
Mixon.
If
And he'll
I
be brought
don't
down
see Lamar
shy of
Jackson
40
running
at
all
the
over the field,
38-yard line.
or their main
A gain of 5,
source
good
of
enough for
moving the ball
first
is him
down.
running. I don't see
Well, you
that.
certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs.
I don't
taking
see
their
them
time
fumbling the
and
ball,
making
but
it
their
work.
defense, this and that. I don't know. I'm still going to go with.
First down. Here's Burrow. Quickly to Jamar
Excuse me.
Chase.
Baltimore has lost 5 straight home
Yards on the
games now.
completion there. And that'll bring
2
up second
on which
down.
the last 2 they should have won. Or could have won. Where last week against Buffalo, they should have kicked the field goal to take the lead, but they didn't. Went for it because he didn't trust his defense.
And now what he's trying to do
What?
is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Then you still kick the field goal, because then you at least have the 3 points. You gotta keep it out of the end zone. You can't keep it out of the end zone. At least they try to field goal the time.
Done a nice job against
So.
him, but still, with his talent, you
Anyways,
expect him to have more
I
completions
think
to him in
Baltimore
this
will find a
game.
way to. Monday night, Vegas,
Head
Kansas
to
City.
the
Give me
line, facing
Kansas
a 3rd
City.
and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd
So
down.
now I want to rest my
Now
voice
it's Burrow.
till the end of the game, and let's see how this
This
turns
goes
out.
out wide for Mixon. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got his man. It's Andrews. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
6 yards left on 2nd down. Here's Jackson. Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews. Jackson finding his tight end Andrews for the Ravens, 1st down.
And a good catch there by Mark Andrews. And many think that paired with Lamar Jackson, they may be the best quarterback tight end combo this side of Mahomes and Kelsey.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he's going to have a Ravens 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today. Yeah,
he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. Again, Jackson will keep it. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. An option handoff here to Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
Jackson now. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground.
Sam Hubbard just continues to quietly produce for the Bengals. He plays the run, but he can also rush the passer, and had 7.5 sacks in 2021.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That's double win there, partner. You keep out of the return man's hands, and you pin him inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Now Burrow down around his goal line. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he is out of bounds up around the 14-yard line. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. First and 10 at the 14. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Now it's Burrow. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing again, it's Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose, and boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up, and he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start out here with the option left. And some room to maneuver. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his 2nd touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talents. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Burrow. Steps away to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, we
talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They set up the screen for Dobbins. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Yeah, and on third down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force fourth down.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Ready to go on offense. Out come the Bengals. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Back to Mixon on second down. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. To Mixon on the check. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Jackson going to run.
And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that two-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point, but after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for two and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their own 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Burrow will throw. Pass thrown right back to Joe Mixon. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning.
7 yards there on the 1st down screen play. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Here's Burrow.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
First down now, but the clock continues to move.
Throwing, Burrow.
He gets this in the hands of Mixon.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in his performance.
Still trying to hang on to those timeouts. They would have to get a touchdown right here.
Burrow.
I mean, he's going to be short.
Open, it's Chase. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Baltimore's going to win this game.
Use the first of their
and I think so in real life.
As
I
they
mean,
get
what?
26 seconds to go in the football game.
Just interesting turn of events. You had 2 fumbles returned for a touchdown. I think they're both fumbles returned for a touchdown.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2.
And just, jeez. What?
Burrow. Toward the pylon, caught. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
Cincinnati recovers this.
Get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
I'd be surprised.
So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. Now, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Question is, will Cincinnati waste their timeouts?
Down to a knee. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
It's pointless. It's pointless. That's all you gotta say.
The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Down to a knee.
There we go.
Jackson, and that should seal it.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Game's over. Baltimore officially wins. Gets their first home victory in 5 attempts. In 6 attempts.
Defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come from behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
There you have it. Baltimore wins 36-31. We'll see what really happens comes this Sunday, but sorry for not too much interaction this week. Hopefully next week, and till then, adios muchachos.